him on stage and I missed his cue. Oh my God. Ready? So I'm so excited to welcome all of you here today to celebrate this momentous and phenomenal occasion. Today we are blending the community center and the senior center together. For the first time, we are celebrating the union of community with senior center. And all of you, what an exceptional thing to do. But I'm going to step back 143 years, if you'll bear with me for a few minutes to get a piece of history. You know, the interesting thing about history is one person's history is another person's story. So we have a lot of truth here, but some of the facts got distorted a little bit, but I did the best I could to find out the real facts. So 143 years ago in 1882, Albert and Frank Moss got a contract from Wyoming, got a contract with the Short Line Railroad to come here and to provide 250,000 railroad ties for the Short Line Railroad. They were going up to Baker City. Now 250,000 railroad ties, it takes about 3,000 ties to go 1 mile. So you can imagine what kind of energy this took, and to accomplish that, they hired over 800 men to come and go into the woods, get the trees, cut them down, drag them downhill, put them in the river, send them down. I mean, it was an amazing job. Well, along with those men, of course, came over 800 family members, wives, children, cousins, nephews, uncles, whatever. Payette was already kind of incorporated as a community at that time, but now we have in this area, in this county, especially centered around Payette, a whole community forming. So basically, when this started happening in 1882, we became a town. Payette became a city. Now, to accommodate all these people, where are they going to buy their stuff? Where are they going to get their food? Where are they going to get their merchandise? Whatever they need, where are they going to get it? Well, there's a lot of shops around the area, but that was so inconvenient. So in 130 years ago, in 1895, I'm going to step back a year, the Moss brothers decided to build Moss Mercantile. Well, that first building burned down. So the next time in 1895, when Albert Moss and his brother said, we're going to build, and that's what we're in today. This is Moss Mercantile from 1895. This was the largest and the most modern department store of that time. In the West, they say. Of course, that might be an urban legend, but they say it was the largest and the most modern department store in the West. And that was 1895. Now, A.B. Moss, Albert Moss, is attributed with being the founder of Payette because he brought all these people in. And also, he was our first mayor. Something to know. He actually was the co-founder of Idaho Canning Company, which through a procession of selling and moving along, it is now Seneca today. His brother Frank went on into state politics, but Albert and his family stayed here because he loved Payette. I'm going to step forward a few years, like a lot of years, to 1968. In 1968, in this state, they decided we have to have a senior program. We got to get our seniors taken care of. They're falling through the cracks. We need to do something to bring them together and give them an opportunity to have a good diet, to be able to make sure they stay hydrated and stop being isolated. So we were commissioned from this state for Payette to be one of the centers, one of the organizations in our state to start a senior program. Well, that was great. We first met over in St. James basement. That's where we had our first senior program being held. But we met in their basement But in 1969, we also had the first nutritious program meal served. Our first lunch was served based on what we had found out was the best things to serve people to eat. Like we didn't know what was good to eat before. But now we got to have a balanced meal. And we were one of the 4 sites in Idaho that started this lunch program for the seniors. Well, you know, we got tired of being in that basement, going up and down those stairs, all that stuff. So this building became available. And on August 3rd, 1970, we moved in here. Now, officially, we were in here, this is our center, and we became Payette Community Center, August 3rd, 1970. Folks, that was 55 years ago. So today, we are celebrating Payette Senior Center anniversary. And also, you might take note of, now that we're 55 years old, the center is officially a senior citizen. So, you know, that was pretty good. I always liked that idea. And this legacy of service that we have today in combining this community with seniors is huge. It doesn't happen very many places. But y'all, look what you've done. You've come together here to celebrate a blending of our community, of our neighbors and our friends. So I really thank y'all for being here. Come on, give yourself a hand. So this is a legacy that we are living here today. 55 years. Now listen, that's a strong and heavy responsibility because it's up to all of you to join with each other and be the neighbors that Payette is known for. We are a loving and wonderful community that in the past few years has kind of gone downhill a little bit. This is your opportunity to bring it back together. Visit with the people at the table that you don't know. Become known to them. Know who each other is. Take care of each other. In May of this year, many of us from the center got together and we decided that we needed to do something to celebrate the 4th of July. And so we got together and all of you here, over 100 people from the Western Treasure Valley, came to be a part of Payette's 4th of July celebration. And before I go any further with that, I want to talk about who we have here today, who's one of our main sponsors, one of our media partners. We've got Alex with Living in the News. He's gone around, he's been taking pictures of you. He's filming me right now, and that's kind of scary, but that's okay. So if you get a chance after you get your certificates today, you might want to get a picture with your certificate and Alex, and let one of the people who are a board member or a member of our senior community get the picture taken with them.